Tonight in Illinois, former Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson guilty of second-degree murder in the shooting of 36-year-old Sonya Massey.
It's guilty. Second degree.
The verdict carrying a sentence of up to 20 years in prison. But Massey's family and other supporters had been hoping for a conviction on first-degree murder.
I'm fueled by rage right now. If you get an officer that says he's going to shoot you in the face, and then he shoots you in the face, and you only get second-degree murder?
Grayson stoic as the verdict was read. The jury ultimately finding Grayson shot Massey in her kitchen last year and that his claim of needing to use deadly force was unreasonable. This after Grayson testified he perceived Massey's behavior as a threat. The Springfield mother of two had called 911 about a possible prowler picking up a pot of boiling water and saying, prosecutors arguing Grayson could have left Massey's home after she ducked behind her counter and apologized. Tonight, Massey's father angry but hopeful Grayson will receive the maximum sentence.
Because he showed no remorse. He was so cocky throughout this whole trial.
You felt like he was cocky?
Oh, yeah. Until today. Until he
was convicted.
Yeah. That knocked the smirk off.
Guys, I'm just going to recap the Sonya Massey trial. I want to say I did this story when it first came out, okay? And I do remember it. I didn't even have to relook at the video that I did. I remember it so well. Sonya was clearly going through something. You did not have to go through, any kind of medical school or any kind of psychology classes to know that she was going through something. And her family would later state that she was battling mental illness at the time. And you can actually see that she was. She even said that she loved the officers before they even entered her house. Now, I remember him. I remember the ex-officer Grayson. I remember him. I remember he was just looking at anything. I can't even remember right now his partner that came with him to Sonya's house, but I remember he was just looking for anything. There was like an SUV outside. I think he wanted to know who drove that SUV and he wanted to see paperwork on him. And that's why he went inside along with his partner. And you could see Sonya's house. It was a little bit, I'm going to say cluttered, because he kept shining his flashlight on rooms that he didn't need to. She was in there alone. And she called for assistance. She believed that she heard prowlers. He says that there was no prowlers. He looked all over around the area and there was nobody. He kept finding reasons to stay there. Kept finding it. Then there was a teapot. No, I'm sorry, a pot of water. A pot of water on the stove. And he tells her to go and remove the pot. I think like he didn't want the place to burn down or whatever. And as she goes and removes the pot, she jokingly says, I rebuke you. Something similar to that. And he said, I think fucking not. And he takes out his gun and he shoots her. Just like that. But that was a threat. You told her to do something and you got threatened by an action you told her to do. That's like if I'm sitting there with a cop and I have to sign papers and he goes, well, get that pen over there so you can sign these papers. And I go reach for the pen and he shoots me because he thinks I'm going to poke him in his eye with the fucking pen. It was just like that. He was looking for something when he arrived. He was looking for something. That's how I feel. I did a lot of research on him. And I remember he had got, discharged from multiple other police departments. They didn't want him there. And I believe the current one that he did all this at, he was on his way out of that police department as well. So he had a lot of shit going on with him. He was looking for something to do. So you pick the smallest. Sonya looked very tiny, especially compared to him. You pick the smallest person who had something going on mentally to murder after she asked for help.
Well, now to a disturbing case out of Illinois involving a woman who called 911 for help, only to be shot and killed by a responding deputy. This morning, new body camera video shows how the ordeal unfolded, and we do want to warn you that this video is disturbing. Maggie Vespa is in Chicago with the latest.
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house, we checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards.
This morning, an Illinois woman's last moments seen in chilling detail on newly released body camera video. Prosecutors say on the morning of July 6th, 36-year-old Sonya Massey called 911 about a possible intruder. When two deputies arrived at her Springfield home, she at times appeared confused.
I'm trying to get help, y'all, but
What do you need help with?
nothing. I just, please God, please God.
Minutes later, Massey picks up what appears to be a pot of boiling water from her stove. The deputy on screen identified by prosecutors as Sean Grayson.
You better I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot! Drop the pot! Drop the 19 shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
The coroner confirming the mother of two was fatally shot in the head. Her body blurred by police in the video.
I'm not taking hot boiling water to the face.
Protests demanding charges against Deputy Grayson have mounted since. President Biden this week writing in a statement, Sonya's family deserves justice.
He walked around the counter to get a better shot. If you're in fear for your life, you don't walk towards the person.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump speaking alongside Massey's family, who say she'd suffered from mental health issues.
But you know what I want? I want justice for my baby.
Yeah.
And let me tell you how else we knew that Grayson was a piece of shit. Because he had cut off his camera before entering the home. However, his partner's camera was still on. He didn't know that. He didn't know that at all. He sat there after he shot this woman in the face, and as she lay dead, bleeding in her kitchen, with the hot water surrounding her dead body now, he said, he called her a fucking crazy bitch, if I'm remembering correctly. This is what he calls her. And I also do remember that his partner wanted to take life-saving measures to go get the kid outside in the car. And at first he was like, no, I'm not going to waste my kid. He actually said shit like that. I'm not going to waste my kid. And then in the end, he's going to say, minutes later, I don't know, 15, 20, he's going to say, yeah, go get it, you know? But it was the second officer that wanted to try to save this woman. It was the second officer. Not him. I remember him. So I can actually see him being cocky during this trial. I could actually see that. Because the way he was acting in that house, unbelievable. This is somebody that President Trump would give a pardon to. Yeah, somebody like this. Most definitely. Now, this here footage coming up, I never seen it. You guys may have, but I never seen it. This was actually 16 hours before she would be murdered in her home. She was having an interaction with another set of police officers. So you can see right there, too, that she had some type of mental distress situation going on. 16 hours before she was shot dead.
How you doing, ma'am? What's your name?
This morning, newly released footage showing Sonya Massey 16 hours before she was fatally shot on July 6th at her home outside Springfield, Illinois.
I don't know what to do.
In this new body cam video obtained by our ABC affiliate WICS, Massey's seen interacting with police, explaining she was worried about her children.
I don't know where they at. I think they are around me.
No, they're at their dad's house. They're worried about you too. Everybody just wants you to be okay. That's all it is.
Over the course of the roughly 45-minute video, Massey is sitting in her car, upset over her family, as well as the lights and water being turned off at her home.
When I got home, I ain't got no hot water, I ain't got no lights. I had to throw away all the food.
You calling today to get that fixed, you said?
They got my phone.
At one point, she confirmed she'd been taking her medicine when asked about it by officers.
When's the last time you took your medicine?
It's written down last night.
On July 5th, Massey's mother, Donna, called 911 saying Sonya was having a mental health episode. Her mother pleading with the operator not to hurt her daughter.
She's been mentally having a mental breakdown. She thinks everybody's after her.
Hours later, at 12:49 a.m. on July 6th, Sonya called 911 herself to report a disturbance.
It sounds like somebody was banging on the side of my house. I don't know. Could y'all come and see?
30-year-old Sean Grayson and his partner responded to the call. The situation quickly escalating when Sonya asked to take a boiling pot of water off the stove.
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
I
rebuke you in the name of
You better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So sometime in January, Sean Grayson is to be sentenced. He's supposed to be sentenced, and hopefully he will get the fullest sentence. He doesn't need to be out anytime soon. I know he cannot apply to be a police officer again. At least I hope he can. So we just have to hope that this family continues to receive justice for Sonya Massey. I will put in the description box the link to the prior video I did if you want to check that out. Justice for Sonya Massey.